Welcome back to the channel where we explore, learn, and theorize about the Marvel Universe. Today we're going to be talking about Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield officially in Spider-Man 3, Matt Damon and Storm in Thor Love and Thunder, and a brand new plot leak for WandaVision. If you're new to the channel, or even if you've been watching for a while, make sure you subscribe because more than 96% of you guys aren't subscribed. And if you think you're subbed, double check because apparently there's a glitch where people are getting unsubscribed from certain channels. And remember that a subscription is free for you, but it really helps the channel a lot. And you can always unsub later if you want. Now let's get started. It seems like we could finally be seeing Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield dressed up as Spider-Man in the next few weeks, as according to Atlanta, filming starting on January 26th through March is when all the exciting stuff for Spider-Man will really happen. They've built this giant set at the studio that's bigger than a couple of football fields and has full-scale buildings. And this secret set could be where they bring in all the big multiverse characters and villains for the final act while at the same time avoiding leaks. And if it's not starting until January 26th, it could explain why Tobey Maguire is still in LA. We also saw a newsstand on the set of Spider-Man 3 where we can see signs that say citizens to defend Spidey, and I believe Mysterio. Meaning that while some people will of course believe Mysterio and think that Spider-Man is a murderer, which won't be helped by J Jonah Jameson yelling that he's a menace all the time and possibly even sending the Spider Slayers after him, but there will also be people who believe that Peter is innocent. Next, according to Daniel Richtman, Storm will have a cameo in Thor Love and Thunder, but it's still unknown who will play the character, although it's been rumored that actresses like Beyonce and Rhianna could be playing the Mutant. And this makes sense as it's previously been rumored that we'll see a version of the Thor Corp in the movie, which she's been part of in the comics. And speaking about Thor 4, Matt Damon has started quarantine in Sydney ahead of production on Thor Love and Thunder. Damon's role in Thor Love and Thunder remains a mystery, however Damon cameoed as an actor playing Loki in a stage play in Asgard in Thor Ragnarok. So Matt Damon could be playing the same actor again, or he could finally have a larger role in the MCU. And lastly, an anonymous user on 4chan supposedly posted the entire plot leak for WandaVision. So of course, like always when covering anything from 4chan, take it with a grain of salt as it could all be wrong. But here's your spoiler warning on the small chance that it is fully or partially right. Before we start though, it seems like this could have been translated from a different language, or was quickly and sloppily written down, as some parts don't make too much sense. So I try to make it easier to understand, but the original text will be on the screen. Starting off, they say Wanda became a sword agent after Endgame, which you might already know includes Darcy Lewis, Jimmy Woo, and Monica Rambeau. Jimmy Woo was recruited from the FBI to SWORD to keep check on superpowered beings after the Sokovia Accords lost influence. Wanda's been placed in a real illusion, and the sitcom world she sees as well as the people of the town are real. But you can't see so from the outside. So if you've ever seen the Disney show Once Upon a Time, you'll have an idea of what this means. Wanda came in contact with Mephisto, who allowed her to gain vision back and live a peaceful life based on sitcoms she used to watch as a kid. Mephisto will stay close to the couple and watch over them. He's currently an Agnes's rabbit. His plan is to obtain Wanda's kids in the hopes they'll be powerful sorcerers he can control, because he deems Wanda too dangerous to control in the long run. SWORD is trying to maintain contact with Wanda, who is lost in her subconsciousness, but whenever she realizes it, she rejects it. Like when she says no to the beekeeper and rewinds the episode. The entire show isn't going to be a sitcom as marketed though. We'll see Wanda fighting SWORD near the end, until Wu manages to make her realize that she's lying to herself. The couple will face numerous villains in the final episodes, the ones who have been manipulating them. Catherine Hahn's Agnes is Agatha Harkness. She was a witch during the Salem witch trials who was given away by her son and burned alive. However, I'm not sure if her son will appear on screen or not. But what's weird to me is that the rabbit is called Senor Scratchy, and in the comics, her son is Nicholas Scratch. So I would have thought that the rabbit would be her son, not Mephisto. Anyway, Agatha made a deal with Mephisto, who allowed her to live. At first, she befriended Wanda for her children, but she'll become an actual friend to her in the end. However, by the end, she'll be possessed by Nightmare, who will take advantage of Wanda's powers to break open the multiverse seal, which will of course carry forward into Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. Dottie will be revealed to be Clea, and the Grim Reaper will act as Ralph, Agatha's husband, who Vision will fight against in the climax. SWORD has a special device which was implanted on Wanda before she was sent into the illusion. Essentially, the events going on are being translated by her subconscious as a sitcom which can be seen by SWORD agents like Darcy Lewis, who are confused about what's happening with Wanda. Monica managed to enter Wanda's town while she was asleep in the helicopter. SWORD will try to break in again, and Monica will try to help Wanda realize the truth after getting her conscience back. But Wanda will get angry when she says her vision isn't real, and will throw her out of the town back to the outside world using her powers. Quicksilver will return, and I know it sounds stupid, but Evan Peters is playing him. Aaron Taylor Johnson will appear in a couple episodes as Wanda slowly starts remembering a few people of the outside world. She's trying to figure out if she had a sibling herself, finding it weird why she couldn't remember him. Meanwhile, her subconscious starts to associate powers of the heroes she knows to random civilians of the town. And this is almost identical to what Roger Wardell tweeted today. Last year, he predicted that Wanda and Vision would be stage magicians that went by the name of Glamour and Illusion. And he now said that Wanda will create her own version of the Avengers by the end of the series, and finally embrace her true self by using one of her classic hex casting powers. Wanda has twins Billy and Tommy who also have powers. Tommy has super speed and she remembers her brother, but not fully. However, there will actually be 3 kids. as Vision will feel a bit weird that none of the kids look like him, so they'll create a daughter based on Vision called Viv. Quicksilver returns, played by Aaron Taylor Johnson. However, the presence of a real dead dude starts breaking the illusion. Grim Reaper will be revealed, and he befriends Quicksilver. Grim Reaper will get him written out of the show, and Quicksilver gets recast to Evan Peters. The only one who finds it off is Viv. She's confused as to why Quicksilver looks different, but when she tries to make the others realize it, they think that she hates her uncle. There will be a rerun of all the sitcom episodes, and Wanda will break out of her illusion midway in the show, to her actual living room in her subconscious. At this point, Wanda realizes the entire thing is an illusion, but she gets heartbroken realizing her children weren't real. She flips the channel to find her children again, and decides to enter the sitcom world once again. Darcy will end up here too, and she'll tell Vision the truth, having watched all the sitcom episodes and analyzed what caused the changes. Wanda will be unwilling to leave her world, even after a fight against Sword stops. Mephisto will take control of Quicksilver's body, and Agatha will turn on him. Wanda will try to send Quicksilver back to his universe in the end with Agatha's help, but Nightmare will use it as an opportunity to seize control of Agatha. The Nightmare part will only be revealed to the audience, not Wanda herself. There are flashbacks of Wanda's life, a lot of which are seen by Darcy, who tries to understand the extent of her trauma. Yes, Aaron Taylor Johnson's Quicksilver will appear in the flashbacks as well. Wanda will be shown a lot of these in the final episodes, where she'll also find out how the Mind Stone unlocked her powers, hinting towards the X-Men. And Evan Peters will say that in his universe, mutants are pretty common. The ads in the shows are all related to her trauma, and there will be ads about Pietro's death, the Lagos explosion, and even a vacuum cleaner based on Thanos. The couple in each of the ads are her parents, who are acting as stand-ins for events based on her trauma. Vision will help Wanda accept the reality and move on. He gives her his farewell and fights Grim Reaper, hoping to destroy the dome after sacrificing his life. However, Wanda saves Vision in a scene which mirrors Age of Ultron, and he'll return to the real world along with their children, Agatha, Quicksilver, and the rest of the town in Sword. Wanda is happy Vision is alive and sings a song to him, but it turns out he's effectively rebooted after the fight. Unable to bring his memories back, Sword leaves with Vision. Her children are also hidden by Agatha, aka Nightmare. Wanda is devastated, but she tries to move on, unaware that her nightmare is opening up the multiverse for unknown reasons. But let me know what you guys think about all this. Do you think that this plot leak is real or fake? What role do you think Matt Damon will play in Thor Love and Thunder? And what do you think the final battle with Tom Holland, Tobey Maguire, and Andrew Garfield against the Sinister Six will be like? If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you'll never miss another video. Thanks for watching, and remember to wash your hands and stay safe.